Hey everybody, it's your bro CDP. I'm here at Crossbody Pro Wrestling tonight here in Cambridge, and I am going to talk to Sunny Z.
Hello, guys.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Good. Can you talk to us about your match tonight?
I had a great time today. I'm looking forward to wrestle like my friend Logan, and then yeah, everything went okay. And then yeah, we had a good time.
What did it feel like to get the victory, the 1-2-3 over him?
Be honest, like for me, I like it's not about winning or losing every match. I'm really looking forward to wrestle everybody, and then anybody, everybody, and then yeah, and then I know Logan from training before, and then it's kind of cool. I work with him, and then I barely work with a lot of very super tall guys, so I'm looking forward, and then I think we have a decent match, and then yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, and then I had a great time wrestling.
I was going to say, Sonny, how did you get into pro wrestling?
I always like a WWE fan when I was a kid. It's actually a story when I was a kid. Like for me, it's like WWE was like a back my first impression of American pop culture. It's like that's where I learned my basic English from, right? Watching WWE, and then I was always a fan, but I basically stopped when I started working, started going to like university, and then until one time, accidentally, I saw like a super kick show at the what's it called, the Toronto like a pro bodybuilding show, and then I was like, oh, there's a wrestling school. I just signed up the next day. Actually, literally next day I signed up.
Who is your favorite WWE superstar?
Ooh, that's a good question. I have a few. I can I pick top five?
Yeah, top five. Top five's good.
So when I started watching it, my favorite was Triple H. And for me, like I see Triple H. It's actually that's how got me into the gym, started working out. Like I want to look like that guy. That's my first impression for WWE, and that's the first match I see too, right? He was like this like a hammer type of thing, and then for me I was like, oh, badass, cool. So and then also I like other few of them. Like I really like Shawn Michael. I think he's very charismatic, and then I like Eddie Guerrero. I like guys like very strong personality, like is can fight at the same time, very funny at the same time. I call it like a Jackie Chan style of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like Eddie Guerrero and Shawn Michael was two of my like they would be my top three. Right now in my head, I can imagine, I can think of, maybe I like a lot of guys. I think maybe Batista or Ken when he wearing a mask, he just chalks on everybody. I used to do that like with we try with my friend in the school, and then now I start studying more wrestling instead of just being like a kid watching a fan, and then like a lot of guys. I think now I start watching a lot of Kenta Kobashi stuff, and I find he's just cool. Yeah, I would say this may be my top five, but I still like a lot of guys, almost like a lot of people like Real Mysterio, Kenny Omega. I just like very diverse different stuff. I just think it's entertaining. Anything entertaining is cool.
If you had a choice right now, WWE or AEW?
Don't put me on the spot. I love both.
Okay, no problem. Now, Sonny? What do you prefer to be, the baby face, or do you prefer to be the heel?
Oh, be honest. Whatever promoter wants me to, I would do it. But I find I'm more natural as a babyface. But also I find it's fun to be a heel in the ring. It's type of more challenging. And then yeah, and right now I really don't have a like must do one thing. So I will say anything goes. I will pretty open for everything.
I got one last question for you, Sonny. How did you get involved with crossbody pro wrestling, and what are some of the hardest aspects of being a pro wrestler?
Oh, how I got into get into crossbody? Oh, I was wrestling in Asia. I moved back to Canada, and then I want to start working shows. And then so one of my buddy said, "Hey, send Ben a message, see if I can get on, give a shot." So that's how I start. And then from there, just continue on. And then the hard part, I think now it'd be for me personally. For me, I think just all about passion, right? It's just I like it, I enjoy it. I really don't make a lot of money off of wrestling, right? And then for me, it's just like I do like especially like a travel time off from work. It just for me it's something fun. I enjoy doing without expecting really getting something in return. And I find is the hard part is continuous for a long period of time. It's challenging. So for me is my principle for me is at this stage is keep my job, get money, and then spend on the resting on my passion, right? And then I recommend like people do the same, like keep it like keep working hard in the ring, keep working to your dreams, but at the same time keep a job, take care of yourself, take care of your dreams.
Okay, last question for you before we wrap this up. How did you get your intro music?
Whoa, okay. So yeah, I intro music. I always want to when I start wrestling. So when my coach say, okay, you gotta work on first shot. So I always want like a song people can follow easily, right? Like something can connect people easily. Hello.
This guy chops really hard. That's all.
Yeah. So I always want something people can get along, like connected. Yeah, especially if some people sometimes if you don't have to understand what I'm talking about it, but just by something we can connect together. And then I watch a lot of like WWE entrance. For me, all I watch is basically when I watch WWE is all about entrance and finisher, right? When I was a kid, so I can imagine back in my head a couple songs. So I want my song to be like that. So I search. I always want to be original. So I get a lot of people ask me what's your gimmick. So I want to be more original as a Sunny Z. So I start like as a Chinese wrestler, right? And then so I searching on online. So I found the song from this new movie. Also one of my favorite movie called Young and Dangerous. It's like a Fast and Furious version of a Chinese version. So basically they have that song. Oh, it's about the guys. It's basically about bad guy doing good things before they go into war. That's the song. And that's like you don't speak. You don't need to speak. All you need to do So it's easy, right? And I make a little bit twist to make a little bit original. It's like a part, like a little bit Street Fighter entrance, like ready go type of thing, right? And then I put and I start wrestling. People think I was Japanese, so I put like a little bit lyrics. It's made in China, so something. There's no copyright at least.
Okay, well, hey, I was going to say, Sonny, thank you so much for coming on and live with CDP interview. And we hope to see you on my podcast on Saturday, August 13th. And we'll talk a little more pro wrestling then, if that's okay with you.
Thanks for having me. Hopefully I don't talk too much.
You too. Everybody, I hope you guys can check out this interview later on my YouTube, Facebook, Twitter pages, and the rest of my social media pages. Have a good night, guys, from Cambridge.